The CEO of Nvidia, Jensen Huang, in an interview, stated that in the future, kids should not be encouraged to learn programming, that they should learn natural language communication with AI, because he believes that AI is going to replace programmers. So here is me giving my 2 cents on the matter, because so many hot takes and think pieces have been going on online on the issue. So here are my own thoughts. Now, the first thing you have to realize is that Jensen Huang, the Nvidia CEO, very wonderful guy. They just became $1 trillion company. He's just doing product marketing. Yeah, he's just doing what we call product marketing. You see, Nvidia is now $1 trillion company, and they've joined the likes of Google, Apple, and the rest. And that's a lot of pressure. The news might sound exciting, but that's a lot of pressure for a company. Google rode on search being the future. Apple captured the future of mobile phones, and Microsoft made themselves indispensable in every office, in businesses all over. So Nvidia is now betting on AI as the future, because that is what is actually going to give them the longevity at this $1 trillion status. So it's basically just doing product marketing, because no, AI is not going to replace developers. It might replace some developers, but it's not going to replace software development or developers in the large scale of things. And here's some of my points. The first thing is that he argued that we need to learn natural language, so that we can speak to the AI. Now, speaking to AI in technical terms is called prompting. And prompting, there's a way you have to organize your prompt. There's a way you have to structure your prompt to actually get the answer you want from the AI. Else, the AI is going to be verbose, it's going to be going off point, or it might even start hallucinating. So you need to learn prompt engineering to be able to really query your AI. And it might be natural language, but it's still you giving instructions to a computer. And does that ring a bell? That's exactly what programming languages are. Yeah, so natural language prompting of AI interfaces is just a different type of programming language. You will still need to learn some sort of syntax to be able to get your natural language to the AI in a way that the AI will be able to produce the best result. And another point is that, what is the AI going to build these softwares with? It's not the same programming languages. I don't know if AI models have invented their own programming languages, but if I tell AI to build me a web interface, it's still going to use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. If I tell it to build me a backend, it's still going to have to use Python, Node.js, or PHP. These are programming languages. So the AI actually depends on programming languages. So I don't know how AI is going to replace programmers, when programmers are the natural speakers of programming languages. So that's one more thing. It will still require programmers to instruct it, because it's programmers that understand programming languages. It's programmers that can tell it whether it made a few mistakes. I use ChatGPT, Gemini, and Co for a lot of code generation, and a lot of times I have to correct it. I just released a Solid.js course, and there was a chapter I was doing on it, on routing, and it was telling me to install a library that doesn't exist. If I had not known about the actual Solid router package, I will have just copied that code and it will just be throwing a bunch of errors. I had to correct it and tell it, isn't this the package that I'm supposed to install? Oh yeah, sorry, you've installed all that. If I was not a programmer, then that would have been hell. So another thing is that AI doesn't generate artifacts yet. AI has not started generating artifacts. So they display the code for you to copy. They don't generate all the files, all the folder structure, all the code organization and everything. AI does not do that. It will just give you all the code windows and give you a copy button. So it's still left to you to copy it and organize it in your code base, and also deploy it, because you need to have them in files to deploy them to Netlify or Vercel or whatever. So AI currently does not generate artifacts. So maybe, I believe in the future it might, but currently it doesn't generate files. It doesn't generate configuration files and stuff like that. No, it doesn't. Humans, programmers, are still needed to take the code from the AI and actually organize them into a project structure in the way that it is supposed to be organized. Also, there's something called the software development lifecycle. Software is not just about coding. Software development is not just about coding. People just think, oh yeah, learn how to code, learn how to code. That's not what software development is all about. It involves an entire cycle called software development life cycle. It involves planning, it involves designing, it involves development, it involves testing, it involves maintaining, and you have to keep repeating that cycle for every iteration, for every version of the software that you want to put out. So until AI can do all that, that is implement every single cycle, every single stage in the software development cycle on its own, then we can say our jobs are gone. We can say developer jobs are gone. And in fact, if we can achieve that, best believe that AI is already becoming sentient. Yeah, it's already becoming sentient. Also, if AI will replace developers, if AI is going to replace programmers, why are we going to? Why should we stop there? Why should we stop there? Why don't we trust them to replace all our doctors? Yes. Why don't we trust them to replace all our doctors? Why don't we trust them to build the houses that we live in, or trust them to train your kids? Yeah. Since they can give the information, we should just hand everything over to them. That's how this thought of AI replacing programmers also sound. Not so smart, does it? So, in summary, while I believe that AI is going to continue to improve, this is the worst version we've ever seen, and it's still going to continue to improve. There will still always be that human element, because AI remains a tool, and you cannot get the best out of a tool until you have a professional in that field to instruct and use that tool. You can't. AI is here to optimize, but it will continue to rely on human beings to be the best version of itself. So that's my take on AI replacing developers. I'm sure a lot of you saw the videos, and for developers that have been having existential crisis, I hope you can take some points from here. And for all those, very, very gingered CEOs and founders, and probably someone that's been a client before that now thinks, oh yeah, very soon I can just replace all these programmers with AI. Try it. That's all I'll say. Give it a try. Who knows? You might discover something we don't know. So that's everything I'm going to say on that. Be sure to subscribe so that we can continue to get updates from us every week, because we're going to be building out another episode next week. Till then, I remain your bro in tech, FK.